Hello, Miss Little Person. I have been hearing about this campaign against our final draft of the Anglican Covenant. And I must say you people have been highly annoying. It is clear to me that you haven't read our final draft.
Excuse me, Bishop Yellowbelly. We have read your final draft. I'm sorry, draft of the so-called covenant, and we are simply raising our objections. That would be the Anglican way, the hook or three-legged stool.
This is no time for objections or bothering us with Richard Hooker's scripture, tradition and reason. You need to understand this is about unity. This is about creating a more egalitarian and post-colonial international fellowship of churches affirming not simply an English mother church but a common inheritance of faith and shared vision of life together, in communion with autonomy and accountability. You might recognize that last part from Section 3 of the Anglican Covenant.
Oh, I recognize it all right. And if this Anglican Covenant stopped at all the lovely language about our bonds of affection and whatnot, then it would truly be benign. But that's not where it ends. In fact, it only gets worse. There is no other way to read Section 4, and its attempt to give us a covenanted life together. This is about telling any church that follows the Spirit, and does such things as ordain and consecrate gay bishops, that they will be cast into the outer darkness. This document will not make us unite simply through signing a piece of paper and saying we are in relationship. But it will very likely cause more strife, more anger, more resentment. Do we really want to do that?
You make me so very, very angry. Your unwillingness to see things my way means that you are no better than an ecclesiastical BNP, a little Englander trying to impose your colonial mindset on our attempt to have a unified, single-minded, cleaned-up, lockstep, Rowan knows best communion.
But I'm an American.
Further proving my point. You Americans who let the girls and the gays into the Episcopate clubhouse. Do you know how confusing it is for the average pew potato in the Church of England to see a woman in a Chasuble mitre? No, of course you don't, Miss Little Person. You aren't in the hierarchy of the church. You have no idea how these things work and the consequences of these actions. And this is why we need to have a covenant, so we can make sure you Yanks with your misguided minority groups don't step on any more toes with your wacky ideas about who is included at the Lord's table.
Bishop Yellowbelly, thank you for illustrating so well our point, that we are clearly not ready for this type of relationship. Why don't we agree that we cannot agree on these matters, but can find common ground in the Spirit of God?
Only if you sign the covenant, and then you must agree that God is Welsh.